Hello, my name is Emma Fitzpatrick, and today I'm going to be giving you my persuasive speech on using sunscreen. Sunscreen is extremely important for protecting your skin from the irreversible effects for UV rays like skin cancer. Recently, my stepmother had surgery to remove her diagnosed skin cancer from not using sunscreen. I have had moments where I've forgotten to use sunscreen and paid the price for it, but didn't know the damaging effect a small sunburn could lead to in the future. I try to use sunscreen any chance I get. However, in the past, I didn't care about using it and have had some experiences of irreversible effects like sunspots, which is why I want you to avoid my mistakes. Today, I'm here to persuade you about the importance of using sunscreen and how it will preserve your health. Sunscreen is used to protect you from harmful rays. If you don't use sunscreen, it can lead to irreversible damage that could affect your health over time. According to the academic journal, author Radamoni states that the worldwide incidence of melanoma has increased rapidly over the last 50 years, and the World Health Organization declared that there is sufficient evidence to classify exposure to ultraviolet radiation, sunbed use, and sun exposure as a carcinogenic to humans. Basically saying that there has been a rapid increase in melanoma skin cancers from people not using the proper protection. Throughout the academic journal, written by Kennan, they state that sunscreens have different levels of protection, measured most commonly with the sun protection factor, or SPF. Students analyzed the amount of ultraviolet radiation, or UVR, protection and composition of different sunscreens, first by UVR sensors in an outdoor activity, and then by thin layer of chromatography. These activities demonstrated that even some sunscreens provide protection from harmful UV radiation, and different sunscreens, despite varying SPF factors and brand names, have similar composition. Overall, saying that sunscreen has been proven to protect you from ultraviolet radiation. According to the scholarly article, author Finkel states that there is a link between sunscreen and the reduction of squamous cell carcinoma. So again, just reaffirming the fact that sunscreen has been proven and tested to protect against UV radiation. Now that you know the relationship between UV rays and sunscreen and how that can affect your skin's health, let me show you the irreversible damage it can inflict when you don't use it. The solution to protecting your skin from irreversible damage is to wear sunscreen. By wearing sunscreen, you can prevent short-term damage from leading to bigger health problems. Some common damage your skin undergoes when you don't wear sunscreen is a painful sunburn, which can lead to long-term negative effects. According to the Healthline website, this is because when the skin absorbs ultraviolet radiation from sunlight, it can damage the genetic material in skin cells. In short term, this damage can cause sunburns. In long term, it builds up and raises the risk of skin cancer. According to the website, Sun-Driven author Run Yin states, some longer lasting and normally irreversible damage not from wearing sunscreen can include aging, loss of elasticity, wrinkles, sunspots, fine lines, and hyperpigmentation. This moderate damage can leave the skin more susceptible to more severe damage that could permanently affect your life. By using sunscreen, you're preventing long-term damage that could permanently affect your health. According to the AACR website, it states that sunburns earlier in life were linked to higher risk of melanoma skin cancer. Women who experienced at least 5 blistering sunburns when they were between 15 and 20 years old were at 80% more likely to develop melanoma skin cancer later on, thus showing that even the most mild damage from the sun can over time lead to severe damage that could alter your life forever. According to the second scholarly article, author Gordon states, using primary data from a randomized control trial, we estimated the cost efficiency of skin cancer prevention initiative based on regular sunscreen use. Compared with usual practice, the sunscreen intervention cost an additional $100,000 to prevent 11 BCs, 24 CCs, and 838 actinic keratosis. among 812 residents over 5 years, basically saying that if you use sunscreen, you can prevent the cost of melanoma skin cancer surgery. By using sunscreen, you are not only preventing short-term damage like sunburns, but also preventing long-term damage from permanently affecting your health, as over time, sunburns can lead to skin cancer. Sunscreen is sold in almost any supermarket or pharmacy and is normally between $5 to $15, depending on what you need, so there's no excuse not to get it. But what if you say, I'm allergic to sunscreen? Well, there are plenty of inexpensive brands that make sunscreen for sensitive skin. My own brother is allergic to sunscreen, and we normally use an all-natural sunscreen, like Kellogg's mineral-based superfluid, dermatologist tested to be free of anything that might irritate your skin. It's sure to ward off the sun damage without incident. But what if you say, I don't like the way sunscreen feels? Well, there are hundreds of different formulas designed for different coverages and feel. According to the QG website on skincare and sunscreen, author, I'm so sorry, I'm going to butcher his name, Paratirosis, says there are all kinds of sunscreens, each with their own parameters set for a certain skin group. If you use sunscreen, you can be preventing a long line of medical problems that could permanently damage your health. If you don't use sunscreen, you could be risking expensive medical bills, long-term skin damage, and preventable blemishes. As you can see clearly, an inexpensive bottle of sunscreen is mainly the only thing between you and irreversible damage due to the sun. Overall, by using sunscreen, you are not only protecting your skin from harmful UV rays, but also preventing damage to your skin that could lead to cancer. Anytime you go out into the sun, I urge you to incorporate sunscreen into your daily schedule. I intend to use more sunscreen too, so I can prevent damage to my skin and future health problems. I urge you to protect your skin by using sunscreen so you can preserve your health and live a long, fulfilled life. Thank you.